Okay. Hopefully that's better. I might have fixed some of the issues. Let me know about the sound again. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But yeah, let me know if you have any issues again. Thank you, Turtle Herder, by the way, for letting me know. I don't know why the video froze. That was kind of weird. But yeah, let me know about the volume. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Um, if not, I can try to mess with it a little bit more. All right, so where was I at? Yeah, so you guys know what I do for a living. Um, let's see what else. Oh, yeah, so just a few other facts about me. Sorry about that last video being so crappy. Hopefully this one's better. But yeah, so yeah, I work at a mine. I drive a truck. I don't want to drive a truck much longer. January, I'll be able to move over to the mill, hopefully. Um, I already told you my first name's Andrew, and and I've got let's see, I've got four brothers, and then one married in to the family. So technically, like five brothers. Uh, my mom and my family have a hard time making girls. So I'm married. I've been with the same woman since I've been 13. So we've been together for going on 21 years now, something like that. So yeah. Um, hmm. Let's see. I think my video settings are too high because it's starting to give me errors again. But we might have to switch over to a different screen. And I might have to mess with this one a little bit more. We might move over to the game screen here in a second and just keep talking while we do that. But we'll see. Um, all right. So just a few more facts about me. Favorite color is like a dark blue, right? Like a midnight blue. I have two kiddos. Um, 1 9 and 1 3. They're crazy, and I still love them. And yeah, I mean, I've been playing video games since Atari. I'm an old man. 30. I'll be 34 in January. So been playing games for a while. It's actually been pretty cool, to watch games kind of like evolve from Atari to now VR and whatever else the future holds. So that'll be really interesting to see. I think to see what's going on with the future of gaming. Um, so yeah, I mean, I love playing video games. It's kind of my escape from the crappy parts of life. I like to use my brain a lot. I like to like be tactical and that kind of stuff. So I kind of enjoy it. It's an enjoyable escape really, and I think that's why a lot of people play games. There's also this sense of achievement, which you don't really necessarily get immediate achievement when when you're in real life. So it's kind of nice to see the progress of some of your hard work right then and there, and hopefully it's better. Um, so yeah, gaming will be interesting to see where that goes. By the way, for you guys who didn't know, Betty White died today, which kind of sucks because she almost made it to the next year, but she just didn't hold on. Uh, Sorry, I'm gonna text her. Yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. So the world lost this great comedian today, and I guess that makes the afterlife even better, right? Because she's probably entertaining people over there now. She's probably freaking hilarious. But yeah, so happy New Year's. I'm gonna do this stream a little earlier than New Year's, and I'm not gonna be able to stream all through the new year, which would have been something I would have done if we had affiliate. But it's just not what we're gonna do today because we gotta stick around 1 hour. I'm not gonna be too strict on that today because I want you guys to kind of talk and get to know me and me get to know you guys and answer some questions. Um, so so yeah, so feel free to shoot some questions in here. Let's see what else. I guess like food wise, like one of my I like eating any kind of meat pretty much. Like that's my favorite food. People ask, "What's your favorite food?" all the time. I'm like, meat. Big steak fan. I love ham. I gotta watch how much of ham I eat though. I'm trying to lose the dad bod, so that's pretty rough. It's been rough to cut all this weight. So I still got a lot of work to do, and unfortunately, with a couple shoulder injuries right now, I'm not able to work out. But I hope I can do that here soon, once I get my shoulders fixed. So that'll be nice. I'll get those fixed probably in January as well, and then be able to get active again and start working out and cut the belly fat. Um, yeah. So let's see. What else? What else could you guys want to probably know? Well, I guess I'll go over some of my history, like my career history, right? So, um, before I do that, I guess most of my life I've lived in Arizona, right? So, good amount of my life I've been in Arizona. Um, the second state I guess I would claim would be Pennsylvania because that's where I spent most of my younger life. I was actually born in Maine, but yeah. So most of my life in Pennsylvania and Arizona, big majority of that in Arizona. Um, when I when I got out of high school, I did what every kid does, right? You go to work to wherever is going to hire you. So I actually went to work at a Subway in a small little town where I met my wife, and I met her before I worked at Subway. Like I said, we've been dating since we were 13, so it's been a bit. But yeah, so small town, worked at a Subway in a small town, and then yeah, then I moved into a bigger town and still worked at a Subway. Then after that, I ended up moving to I went into the military. So in 2008, I believe, I went to the military. Um, I think that's accurate. Yeah, 2008, and I yeah, I was in the army for a while. I was in the army for about 4.5 years. I deployed to Afghanistan for almost a year, where we achieved our mission faster than we were supposed to. So I got to come home before a year over. But yeah, so I made it up all the way up to rank of sergeant. So a lot of my tactics I use in games and a lot of the knowledge I use just on top of just gaming knowledge actually come from the military. So yeah, I made it to sergeant. I deployed to Afghanistan, like I said. Um, I had 7 soldiers under my command in Afghanistan. Um, so that was an interesting time. I actually really enjoyed the military quite a bit. It was the Army, U.S. Army, and my job was to repair weapons. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, so you're an armorer?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really." So like, there's armorers, and then there's like what I do, right? So like, I could take weapons down to like nuts and bolts, and armorers couldn't do that. So I was higher than an armorer with my knowledge. And anyway, so I worked on everything from M9 handguns to big old howitzers, like artillery pieces, right? So anything that pretty much went boom in the army, I kind of worked on. That was my job out there. So yeah, I had 7 soldiers under my command. Got to go to a lot of interesting bases over there, and kind of experience that culture. I did see combat over there. I know that's a question that kind of follows, like, oh, you deployed? Did you see combat? Yeah, I saw combat. Um, I did see combat. We got shot at, got mortared, the whole 9 yards, right? So I've seen all that stuff, and then the next question that inevitably follows that is, did you know anyone who died over there? That's not a question I recommend asking any veteran. It's a bit sensitive, obviously, but it does seem to kind of go in line with everything else. I'm pretty open about my knowledge of that stuff. I'm pretty open about my combat experience over there. I don't really. I feel like a lot of people like hide that kind of stuff, and they like let it brew inside them, especially veterans. We're like this tough breed or whatever that just doesn't want anyone's help. But that to me, that's not the right answer. I'm pretty open about all that stuff. So if you guys want to ask anything about that, I'll probably tell you about it. It's not a big deal for me. I think that it's easier to handle when it's out in the open, right? So when you talk about it, when you bring the light to it, it kind of takes the burden off of you, as a soldier. So so yeah, I uh, I highly recommend that. Like I'm pretty open about it, and the answer to that second question is yes. I did know people who unfortunately did die in a suicide bombing. So that it's a sucky thing. It's a sucky thing to know someone, one day and then they ship off and they don't exist anymore. Um, but it's part of work. It's what we kind of signed up for. And it sucks. It's a heavy burden, but that's why you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. My my wonderful wife somehow managed to put up with all of this baggage that I came back from the army with. So she like, she put up with all the adjustment periods. She put up with me like, you know, practically vomiting food up because it was too much food or it's too fatty, or she put up with my weird little ticks where, and I still do it today, where I don't like to have my back to a door, and like certain sounds will click me a little bit, and even some games, and that's one of the other reasons why I kind of think I play a lot of shooters and stuff, because I'm kind of like one of those guys who thinks, if something bugs you, you face it. You don't let it keep bugging you. You face it, right? So certain sounds, especially games in like realistic games, like Battle. I'd say Battlefield is pretty good sound wise. Some of the other games, like sound wise, um, they can be pretty accurate. They can be pretty accurate to the real thing. So some of those games can sometimes like trigger me a little bit. So not like where I'm gonna go psycho or like shoot up the place or anything, but like I jump a little. Uh, and it's just what it is. But I think that's a good thing to just face that stuff. Like I intentionally play games like that. If I hear a sound that reminds me of something over there, then I intentionally listen to it over and over again until I can kind of work through it. Um, but yeah, she put up with all this craziness, right? So I can't explain to you like this woman has been through hell, right? So she's been with me for fucking 20 years, like I said, 21 years, and somehow still sticking around. And yeah, it's been pretty tough for us. So so I don't know anyone else who's strong enough to do that, except for her. But yeah, there were some crazy times, right? Sometimes I'd wake up and I'd panic because I wouldn't know where my gun was, right? Like my M16, and then I have to remember, oh wait, I'm back here. I'm on the I'm on U.S. soil. So there's some things she had to work with, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty open about that stuff. I try to be as open as possible. So if you guys have any questions, like, no, I'm not kidding. Like, go ahead and ask. I'll tell you about my experiences. I think it serves in a couple different manners. Like one, it helps just bring things to light, and two, it talks about the reality, the reality of what's going on, out there, and what war's like, and a lot of people need to know that. A lot of people, um, they kind of forget it. They forget about what it is that's going on, or they forget about the sacrifices that all these soldiers are making, and I think by bringing those things to light and answering those questions, they kind of help educate people on what it is to be a soldier, and that's nothing to no small feat for anyone. I have two other brothers that also served. My youngest brother, he served in the military for about 4 years as well. He was an interrogator. That's a job I'd never want to do. But he was an interrogator. He never deployed to Iraq or Afghanistan, but I think he was in like I don't know, Korea, one of the Koreas. I can't. I would assume probably the friendly Korea. I don't really remember though. But yeah, he was over there for a while. And then my oldest brother went in before I did, obviously, and he went in the beginning of Iraq, like 2002, right? So he was there like ground zero. And he did communications for a little bit. He he did like commo, he ran cable, he did all the communication setups and everything for the war effort over there, kind of at the beginning of the war. When they're sitting on logs to use the bathroom and don't have any walls to protect them. So really brave guy, really cool guy, and in fact, he uh, he went back in. He just recently re-enlisted. He went to college after he got out. He deployed like 2 or 3 times the first time. I think all of them were to Iraq. I could be wrong. But anyway, so he recently reenlisted. So he got out. He did a couple other things, and then went to college for flight. And then he went back in. He reenlisted. I think it was about a month ago. He reenlisted and went in to be a flight warrant officer. So he's going to be he wants to be a pilot. So that's pretty cool. He got accepted to it too. So that already is a huge achievement, right? That's not an easy school to get into. You have to have all this experience. You have to have this degree. You have to have like you have to have a good record, everything. So it's really hard to get into flight school, especially at a warrant officer level. So yeah, he reenlisted and got accepted into flight school. So he's going through training right now. Actually, he's home right now, but he's going back for training later. But he'd been out so long they have to go back through basic and everything, basic training, and then they'll take him through officer or warrant officer school and send some other stuff. But he's got to do like a ton of schools in the military before he even like sits in a helicopter. So he'll be training probably for the next couple of years before he's finally accepted and like fully done with all of his training and everything. It's not easy to be a pilot of any kind. He wants to go for helicopters, so I think that's what he got accepted for. But yeah, I mean those schools. I mean you have to do like every school imaginable. Hey, how's it going, Dancing Star? So yeah, so thanks for coming in, kiddo. But yeah, so he's back in the military now. So props to him, and really really proud of him for stepping back into it and taking that step back after being deployed so many times and his first experiences and everything. I can't. Uh, I can't congratulate him enough for his efforts to go back in like that. So I'm really proud of my older brother or my oldest brother. He's doing awesome. So yeah, so after the military, let's see. So after the military, yeah, I went to security, right? So I went into retail security. So I did I worked at Target, the Target Corporation actually, for a long time after the military when I was when I was still in shape. So yeah, I worked there. I did uniformed security for Target for a couple of years. I think it was about 3 or 4. I think it was 3. And then I did undercover. So I got promoted to undercover um, in Target, which a lot of people don't know they have, which is obviously kind of the point. But a lot of big Target companies and Target company in general, especially and Walmart as well, they have a undercover kind of deal. So I did undercover for a while for Target, which was really fun because I could go to work in like anything, like street clothes, whatever, and I'd literally walk around the store all day and just stalk people. Like it was super fun. I loved the crap out of it. I'd watch all sorts of people. I'd perform apprehensions and investigations and all sorts of stuff. It was a really really fun job. I absolutely loved it. If it would have paid more, I probably would have stayed. I'll be completely honest. If the undercover job at Target would have paid enough money to support my family, I would have stayed. The reason why I got out of the military, forgot to mention this, is because I had my wife was pregnant with our oldest son. So I didn't want to be like the dad who comes home from a year of deployment and doesn't know his own son. Like that's not the kind of father I wanted to be. So yeah, I jumped in or I jumped out, I should say, and finished my deployments and all that, and my contract, and then I moved to Target. So yeah, so the undercover job at Target was super fun. I started there as a stalker, actually, a shelf stalker, before I moved to the security position. And then I had a really cool mentor there on my first area on the my first target. Kind of really cool guy. Kind of helped me kind of learn the job and really pushed for me to move into security and to improve myself. So really good mentor there. And then I moved to a really big target store that had a lot of theft activity, and that's kind of where I got to develop my skills in investigation and apprehensions and things like that. And then I got promoted to undercover, and that just kind of helped solidify all that stuff. That the investigation aspect of it's really fun. And then just like the stalking, the looking for little little things here and there, and still to this day I can't walk by something, someone like that, and like not watch them. So I've actually gone to other stores and been like, hey, this dude in aisle 5, he just pocketed like 7 things. So yeah, so it's never really left me. It's probably one of my weird talents is I have a pretty good eye for theft. Um, so yeah, so that was kind of developed over years. I I, uh, I moved from that security job. The only reason why I left that was because I was going to school at that time. I was going to school for my associate's degree, and let's see, it's kind of hard to explain. I love animals and everything, so my associate's degree was actually to get an associate's in veterinary, um, as a veterinary technician. So yeah, so I went from sandwich maker to soldier to security to animal nurse. I don't know the logic behind that, but that's my journey. So yeah, I have an associate's in applied science for veterinary technicians. Um, Never got certified through the state or anything, but I did work at a hospital after that. So after security, I moved into an animal hospital. It's a pretty terrible experience, to be honest. The it's the reason why I'm not doing it anymore is just that my first job, the first place that hired me was just awful to their employees. I mean, they were great to the animals, they were great to the clientele, but they were just terrible people to their associates, their nursing staff and everything. And so it was um it was kind of a crappy situation because I'd gone to school for 2 years, and then I get out and I have this horrible experience doing something that I thought I'd like to do, and the pay wasn't there either. It was just it doesn't pay a lot. I mean, they do a veterinary technician. I would say by far has more responsibilities than even a human nurse does. Not to mention you have to know so many different species, right? So like a veterinary nurse has to know, a veterinary technician has to know everything. They have to know exotic animals, they have to know uh, domestic animals, they have to know all sorts of stuff, and you have to know like all these differences, and this animal reacts to this drug differently, and the schooling is insane, and the pay is so much lower than what it would be for a human nurse. And like granted, an animal dies and you cry for a bit. It's a family pet. It sucks, but it's not like a family member dying, right? Normally, some people are like that, but um, yeah, but the pay scale is hugely different, right? So another thing that we have to learn as veterinary technicians is we have to learn anesthesia. And anesthesia is a really tricky thing, right? Because if you give them too much, they'll die, and if you don't give them enough, they'll start feeling everything. So you have to adjust your anesthesia, and you have to practice that a lot. And anesthesia it's pretty intense. I mean, you could potentially be the reason why the thing on the table dies. And a lot of human nurses they'll never ever touch anesthesia, right? Because it's so dangerous. But anesthesia is something that veterinary technicians have to know. Um, we also assist in surgeries. We do. A lot of people don't know this, but veterinary technicians do a lot of the dental work of the animals, right? So the whole dental cavity is a veterinary technician thing. Um, obviously, like extractions and surgeries, that still falls on the on the veterinarian. But a lot of the prep work, a lot of the clean, a lot of the inspections and exams, that's all done by the veterinary technician. So you have to be a dentist, an anesthesiologist, a nurse, a phlebotomist. You have to be everything as a veterinary technician. And and it takes a. I mean, it's really it's not easy because you can't just learn what a dog's mouth looks like. You can't learn how to put a dog under anesthesia but not know how to put a cat under anesthesia, or the big differences between the two, or even the skeletal structure of these animals is so vastly different, and that's not even including if you work on exotic animals, right? So if you work on exotic animals, you're talking about a wealth of knowledge that can only be acquired through work, right? So like you're working on lizards, turtles, freaking squirrels. Like, I mean, it's insane what people have for pets these days, and you've got to know them all. And they all react differently to different drugs, different anesthesia protocols, all sorts of stuff. So, really tough job, and the pay is just awful. I mean, even certified in at least in Arizona, right? It's probably a little bit different. Arizona has a smaller pay scale because the cost of living is a little lower. But I mean, it's not much. It's like $15 an hour. I mean, that's a certified technician. I mean, I'm sure you could get more if you specialize in certain things, and yeah, you can make some money there. But really, considering how much knowledge you have compared to a nurse, you should at least be paid close to that, and it's not even comparable. So yeah, a couple different reasons why I didn't keep pursuing that. One of the cool opportunities I have out here in Colorado now is there's a lot of wolf rehabilitation, and like wolves are kind of like my favorite animal, right? So like, if I wasn't going to be if there wasn't like a million wolf, streamers out there, I probably would have had some sort of wolf related name um, for my stream. But anyway, yeah. So there's a lot of wolf rehabilitation out here. So it might be something I look into. Might be I might volunteer a little bit for some of these shelters and some of these rehabilitation places out here, and kind of move back into helping animals and stuff. And I think that'd be really cool. Um, it definitely takes a type of person to want to be a veterinary technician that is kind of underrated. These people care a lot about your animals most of the time, and it's a hard job. You see a lot of them. You see a lot of them go down. You see a lot of them die. You have to euthanize them for stupid freaking reasons and stuff. Like I don't understand people sometimes with their pets. Like sometimes they'll buy a puppy for Christmas, and then they'll realize, oh wait, I have to take care of this puppy, and then they're like, well, I don't want to take care of this puppy. I just wanted to give my son a puppy for Christmas, and then next thing you know, you're euthanizing a baby puppy because somebody didn't want them, and that's just not the kind of thing. And a lot of vets won't do that. A lot of vets will be like, no, we'll put them up for adoption or whatever. But yeah, I mean, there are some places where you have to do that, and then there's some cases where you just can't help the animal, and that's a yeah, an issue. Yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of um, stuff people do with animals that just isn't cool. But anyway, so it's not an easy field. It's not a stress-free field. In fact, there's a pretty high chance for a lot of veterinarians and stuff to kill themselves or hurt themselves. So it's almost as stressful, if not more stressful, than an actual human doctor's um, job as well. But the pay scale is probably less than half of what those other people make. So anyway, moving aside from that, so yeah, that's my kind of my vet tech journey, right? It lasted for a year. I worked at a hospital for a year, and then I just couldn't take the mental and verbal abuse I was getting from my doctor and from the staff leadership and everything, because they were just really awful there to their associates. So I decided to jump out of that and move on to something else. Went back into security again because it's something I knew, something I kind of loved doing. Like I said, if the undercover job would have paid more, I totally would have been doing that still to this day. Um, but um, but yeah, so moved back into security. I worked for a big hotel, right? So I worked at the Marriott for a while, um, and it was a pretty big resort in Arizona, and we got some like VIP guests and things like that. And that one was a different kind of security, right? So that one shifted from like theft prevention to more like guest service, right? So it was more of like, okay, how can I fix this guest stay rather than like how can I stop this guest from stealing something, right? So so it was a totally different kind of job there. I mean, it was a lot of people skills, and to be honest, I I didn't really have those. I I was I was always the intimidating presence that came in when something bad happened. So it was a different kind of security. It wasn't bad. It was a good experience. A lot of guest service, a lot of communication skill development on top of my leadership that I learned in the military. So I got to kind of rely on some of those leadership tactics and those uh, problem solving solutions that I learned in the military, and kind of got to implement those in the Marriott. Pretty easy job. Most of it was fixing people's safes or finding their lost stuff or whatever. But yeah, sometimes you get some pretty angry guests for stupid things or legitimate things, and you had to figure out like how am I gonna fix this? How am I gonna make this better for them? How am I gonna make them not be all mad at the company? Um, so that was kind of more the focus then. So it was an interesting kind of change to veterinary work, military work, and loss prevention security. So theft prevention. So yeah, so an interesting kind of change there. It was pretty cool. That's where I met my roommate. Pretty cool guy. Yeah, yeah, Karens, right? Some of them were Karens. I mean, they're like, "Oh my God, my pillow was not fluffed. This is the worst stay ever. I want compensation. I want 3 days stay free." And you're like, no. What I'll do is I'll get you a new pillow. You can see if you like that one, and that's all I'm gonna do for you." And if they were, if they were disgruntled enough, they just leave. You'd be like, "All right, well, guess I didn't need you here anyway." But the company, Marriott as a whole, the company was pretty good. They allow you to have a lot of freedom, uh, a lot of chances and opportunities to make things right at your level rather than having to take them up to supervisor levels and things like that. So it was a really cool theory behind their job, and the company as a whole is a really good company. Unfortunately, COVID hit and it got really bad. I mean, the work situation, the equipment situation was never great in the first place. It never is for security, but yeah, the equipment supply was worse, and the people coming in and out weren't coming anymore because of COVID. So yeah, I mean, I did that job for I think another like 4 years at Marriott before COVID hit, and then started just messing everything up. Right, so it started like really affecting the workplace. A lot of layoffs. I got laid off. A bunch of all of these other people got laid off. I got called back like 2 weeks later because they needed people, and then I was working, you know, 12 plus hour days with 4 hours of sleep in between. Because they were so understaffed, and you have to have security in a building like that, or it gets vandalized if it's not being used. So, um, it was just a really difficult situation for the resort I was at in Arizona, and they did the best they could, but it really impacted the workplace. A lot of good people got laid off. A lot of bosses and tutors and these kinds of mentor people, they all got laid off. So they had to try to bring these all these people back, but at that time there was so much financial aid out there that the price that they were bringing people back at was not nearly as much as you could make for just not coming back to work. So a lot of people refused, right? So the whole building was understaffed, and then once COVID started to clear up a little bit and people started traveling again, um, the resort just got hammered, and we did not have the staffing for it. So long hours, really tiring days. I was working double shifts. I was working like 8 days a week. So it was pretty rough. I think there was a point in time I worked every single day for 2 months straight. I think it was, and I had 0 days off. And I was working doubles for most of those days, so I had maybe 4 hours of sleep at home, and that didn't do me any favors with my family. Um, I was tired. I couldn't do anything, and my wife was working, so that didn't work really well for us. So it was really tough. And the pay, like once again, security doesn't pay much, so the pay is just awful in the security district. It's a real problem because security is pretty important, but it never seems to get paid enough. And so yeah, I couldn't support my family on that either. So it was time to move on from there. So I got a job at a hospital working security. So I went there, and that was a totally different experience than the other ones, right? So that one was a third type of security that was a little bit crazy, but kind of fun. There's a lot of entrance control kind of deals, right? Like that's pretty normal for security. But there was also a lot of a lot more hands-on, a lot more training. There was you'd have to like hold people down. You'd have to stop them from assaulting nurse staff, and I mean you'd have to get pretty physical with these people. Oh, whatever, turtle herder. Yes, I'm married to you. Weirdly enough, um, yeah. Earlier in the stream, I was giving you props for sticking around. But yeah, I mean, if you don't want to follow me, that's fine. That's fine. I get it. My ex is single now, so better watch that. Anyway, that aside, I just messing with my wife. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so yeah, that was a totally different thing. It was really physical. I mean, we worked out a lot. We had to learn how to use like I'm forgetting them, collapsible batons. That's what it is. So we had to train with collapsible batons. We had to train with takedown methods and restraint methods for humans and things like that. I say for humans because I had to train with restraint techniques for animals. So that's why I make the differential there, because in vet tech you have to learn how to restrain all sorts of animals. So we had to learn how to humanely restrain humans without breaking their arms and stuff like that. Because the worst thing you want is someone to come into the hospital. They get scared because they're in a hospital. Some people have phobias of hospitals, and they just start swinging, and next thing you know, you accidentally break their arm. So they came in for a checkup, and now they're there for a broken arm. So you definitely don't want that. Um, so yeah, so you had to kind of learn those, and I mean, you got. I didn't stay there very long. It was a couple months because at that time I had applied for that job at the hospital, which made tons more money than the job I made before, but not as much as what I'm doing now. So then I applied for this one and the hospital job kind of at the same time, and and so yeah, so I went through the training, and it was pretty interesting. I mean, I think it would have been a cool one. I think I would have kind of enjoyed it, to be honest. Long hours, really stressful work, a lot of hands-on, and you get punched in the face, and you'd have to watch out for all these diseases and stuff, and but it seemed like the hospital was pretty cool. If they could get staffed, which is the biggest problem in security, if they could get staffed, they would. They would be really solid. It would be really an enjoyable job. But because it doesn't ever pay as much as every other job in the world, um, I mean, burger flippers get paid more than security nowadays. You just can't get people. Like nobody wants to stick around, because you're not going to be able to make a wage from it. If I'm getting punched in the face, or I'm handling people with potential COVID, or other worse diseases, right? Like herpes or AIDS or whatever. Like there's tons of other worse things than COVID. They all come through a hospital at some point. So if I'm messing with those guys, I should definitely be getting paid more than what I was getting paid for the job I was doing. Um, but yeah, so that's one of the rough things about that. So I did that for I think a couple months. I can't remember how long. I did that for a couple months, it was fun. Like I said, I probably would have enjoyed it when I if I didn't get this job that pays like probably twice as much as the other one. But yeah, yeah, it was pretty cool. I think I would have enjoyed it. It was dangerous. It was a lot more dangerous than the other jobs I've done. I think the two most dangerous security jobs I did would have been the hospital and then Target, because believe it or not, people go crazy when it comes to shoplifting. I mean, we've had people pull guns out on us. We've had people freaking knifed. We've had people hit us with batons. Like you'd be surprised how crazy people get when they want that, that flat screen TV or whatever, and they're trying to steal it, and you go to apprehend them, and next thing you know, they're pulling a gun out on you, and you're like, whoa, 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 like yeah, the TV's not that important. Like, take the freaking TV. But yeah, the hospital job, it was a little different because they on top of the physical threat of just, sometimes you'd get people that, were drug addicts and they just were out of their mind, or you get legitimate mental patients that don't know where they are. And they'll do anything. They'll hit you with chairs, they'll shank you with with a toothbrush, they'll do anything. Yeah, being in the army, obviously, yeah, the army was the most dangerous. I'm talking about my security jobs. Yeah, but yeah, the dangerous, obviously, the army. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like I took gunfire at the army. I got mortared, all that stuff. So I did see combat out there. So yeah, obviously, Turtle Herder, you're right. The army was the most dangerous job. But aside from that, when people are actively trying to kill each other, and that's the entire point of being over there, um, the security jobs, yeah, the hospital would have probably been the most dangerous because they have the diseases, they have these different things going on, and then they have, you get the addicts with the dirty needles and stuff like that, and you'd have to go hands on with these people. And the hospital I worked at, some hospitals do, but the hospital I worked at, they didn't carry weapons. They didn't carry, excuse me, they did carry a weapon. They didn't carry firearms, right? So some places did carry firearms. The one I worked at did not. The only thing we carried is a baton, and that's okay. Batons work for most part. But yeah, it would have been interesting, but definitely would have been a dangerous one. The pay was a lot better than the previous security jobs, but it paled in comparison to what I'm doing now. So while I was working there and training, I got a call literally on the job. I was literally working there on the job, and I got a call from my company I work for now, and they wanted to offer me a job, and the money was no joke, like $10 more than what I was making there. So, and all I had to do was move to Colorado for it. And that was kind of the plan. We I could have applied for the same company in Arizona. I could have done that, but my wife and I really wanted to move out of Arizona. We wanted to get out of there. We'd been there for all of our lives mostly, and there you don't get a lot of seasons there. You get summer and then a slightly colder summer, and then you get rain. I mean, those are the three seasons of Arizona. And so yeah, you don't really get to do a lot of like fun things. You don't get to see the leaves change. You don't get to see any of that stuff. Plus, there's no like big trees out there. You got like the mesquites, and if you go up to the mountains, yeah, you get the pines and stuff. But it wasn't. I mean, it's kind of brown. Like, it's pretty in its own way, right? The sunsets are amazing. You'll never find a better sunset. I promise you, you'll never find a better sunset than in Arizona. People in California fight about that all the time. I promise you, I've seen both. Arizona's is way better than California sunsets. But anyway, you'll never see that. And then on top of that, the mountains are very pretty, but they get boring. Everything's kind of a brown washout color. Um, and so yeah, we kind of wanted to move out. We wanted to see a few more different seasons and different weather and temperature changes and stuff. And so my dumbass ended up getting a job up in the Rocky Mountains. So yeah, so I'm way up in top of the Rocky Mountains, and pretty much 6 months of the year is snow. So we went from no snow at all ever to 6 months of snow. And if I were to show you guys outside, which I wish I could, there's probably 3 to 4 feet of snow on the ground right now. I mean, when I say I'm in the Rocky Mountains, I mean I'm like literally the highest peak on the Rocky Mountains is right next to me. So yeah, so pretty chilly. Definitely a huge change, but it's super pretty. I mean, the snow comes down and it covers the trees and it covers the ground, and yeah, there's the ice slippages and some dangerous stuff where you're driving, but it's really nice. It's really pretty, and I'm literally in the mountains. So these mountains that I thought I would have missed in Arizona, they're bigger. I mean, I'm in the Rocky Mountains. They're huge, and so it's really cool, really pretty. I can't wait to get my family out here. So I've been doing this job for almost 6 months. So I've been living in Colorado for almost 6 months. Um, I've been away from my family for 6 months, so that's been kind of rough. But the schedule's way better. I mean, in a whole year, I work half of the year, and the other half of the year, I'm off. So you can't beat the time off. The pay's amazing, um, and the job's not bad. It's really, really simple. I mean, it's probably one of the easiest things I've done um, ever, really. So I mean, I guess there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, it's a pretty easy job. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of looking forward to that. I brought my buddy up from, like I told you, I met him in the Marriott. I told him about this job after I got it, and I was like, dude, like, you need to come to Colorado with me. you need to, you need to, you need to take this job with me because it pays $10 an hour more than any other job we've worked. And yeah, I had known him at that point for, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years. I don't even know where we're at now. I'd have to look at it because I think I worked at Marriott for 4 or 5. I don't remember. And then that's where I met him. And yeah, so anyway, it's been like five years, I think. But anyway, I told him like, dude, you got to come up here and like you gotta take this job with me. And so he applied for it, and yeah, sure enough, a couple months after I got hired and moved up, he moved up here with me and roomed up with me, and we're both working pretty hard to bring our families up, and we're hoping to see them the middle of next year. Mine sooner than his, but that would be cool. And then we gotta kind of figure out the living situation after that because we're in a little apartment right now. So two families in yeah, close to 5 years. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Um, but yeah, I mean, we got to figure out the living situation because we're in this little apartment. But yeah, it's been cool. It's cool to kind of hang out with my buddy all the time. And when we're here, because the even though the work, it's I said we're half the year off, the other half we're on, but um, and it's easy work, but it's long hours. I mean, there's no day that's less than 12 hours. And we do overnight shifts and we do morning shifts, and those kind of alternate weekly. And so it's kind of hard to get into a rhythm sometimes. Um, but yeah, I mean, it could be a rough one, sometimes you're working 4 days at 12 hours a day. Yeah, you're off for three after that, but you're pretty tired. So yeah, so it's definitely work, but it's good work, and it's not bad of a job. So yeah, so it's been pretty cool hanging out here, and that kind of catches you up to the history of the Wicked Wyvern. So a little bit of history for you guys. I don't want to take up too much time talking. It looks like most of the people in the chat are people that already know me. But if you guys do have any questions or anything else about anything I've said, or if you want to talk about yourself, like I'd love to learn about you guys as well. If you have any other questions for me regarding anything I talked about or anything else, yeah, just feel free. Like I said, I'm pretty open about my military experience. Pretty open about my combat experience and my losses over there. So if you guys are interested in that, a lot of people are. I'll definitely. I'm pretty open about that. That's kind of my policy. It's how I handle it is being really open about it. Because there's no reason to hide it. If we bring it to light, it's easier to deal with. It's less weight on the shoulders too. So yeah. So if you guys want to ask me about that or about the security jobs or anything, yeah, just hit me up in chat right now. I'm gonna go jump into a game for a little bit. I am gonna go over time, and that's fine. I'm not worried about time today because it's New Year's Eve and we're gonna have fun. But I do want to check out this game here. So if you guys want to stick around for a little bit, maybe 20, 30 minutes, we'll check out this new game. But yeah, if you have any questions or any comments on anything, let me know. Pop them up in the chat, or I'm gonna upload. Oh, thanks, Stigray. I'm a big fan of you too. If you rewind the if you go back to a point in time where I was talking about a certain older brother going back to the military, I really proud of that one. So pretty big fan of him too. Anyway, but anyway, so yeah, we're gonna jump into this new game and then check it out. I've never played this game. I bought it today. Um, I think he's awesome. I think all my brothers are awesome. They're way, way cooler than I am. I mean, way cooler. Like my wife should have married one of them. She would have been way happier. But yeah, all my brothers are way cooler than I am. All right. So yeah. So yeah. If you got any questions, put them in chat. We're gonna check out this new game. It's called Icarus. First, I'm gonna mess it up again because I want to say First Contact, but it's not First Contact. It's a first consort or something like that. I don't remember, but we'll play it right now. She's a little. I mean, I guess that's true with your history. That's actually pretty true. Minus the first one. Nieces are awesome too. Yeah, my nieces are cool. I like my nieces. I don't have very many of those, but I like the one I have. My nephew's pretty awesome too. Anyway, so we're gonna jump into this game. I think it's Icarus First Contract or Contact. Yes, it's not Contact. I keep saying that. It's like Consort or something. We'll figure it out. I'll show you guys. But stand by. We'll pull that game up right now. All right, and then we'll probably check it out for a little bit if I can get it to work. Hopefully, I can get it to work without any issues. Um, so the problem I had earlier was my first off I had to replug in my face cam, right? So my face cam was kind of screwy. But the other thing was yeah, my computer had an update, so that's what screwed us up last time. So we ended up kind of having some issues there, and oh my goodness, this is just not a good day for streaming. So I just went to start up the game, and it looks like it's got an update. My computer's pretty quick, and my internet's really good, so so we should have that up pretty quickly. Um, but yeah, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. What a bad day. uh, can skip my nephew? No, no, I don't want to skip my nephew. um, yeah, the turtle business. Yeah, I mean, it would be out here because they're reptiles and it's freezing cold out here. So she's gonna have to find a new career when she comes out here because there's no damn turtles out here. There's no lizards. There's no snakes, which is a good thing. That was one thing I had to do at Marriott. I had to catch snakes. Something you kind of get used to, but the first couple of times you're like, "Oh, f this! Like this is a it's a rattlesnake. You know, they're one of the most aggressive snakes in America for sure, and definitely one of the more venomous ones um, that you can see commonly. So yeah, so that wasn't much fun. Then we had the Mojave rattlesnakes out there too, and those are really deadly venom, and you can't really tell them apart too much. The only way to really tell them apart is like the spacing between the eyes in their head, and they got a little bit wider head. But yeah, that's I mean they're pretty crazy out there. So we had a couple of them too, and they're super aggressive. The Mojaves are super aggressive out there. Um, yeah, so unfortunately this damn game has an update, so that's kind of a pain. Hopefully it doesn't take long. Yeah, it's mostly done. We'll get through it pretty quick. But yeah, so yeah, turtle business isn't gonna work out here. Just gonna have to find something else. um, so I'm hoping not to run too long today, overtime, but I want to do at least 20 minutes of the new game. Kind of check it out. It's one that I've been considering for a while. My one of my brothers brought it up to me, and I was like, "Hey, you should check out this game. Like, I think it'd be cool for us to do some co-op in." And I've kind of eyeballed it a couple times. It's got mixed reviews on Steam right now, um, but uh, but it looks like it could be cool. Um, they've dropped the price down a little bit during the holiday season. You guys should definitely check out the Steam store. A lot of the stuff in the Steam store is super cheap right now. So if you haven't looked for a while, they're doing their holiday sale. I think it lasts until the 6th of January. So you'll have some time to kind of take a look at them. I don't know if they alternate different things. Um, yeah, yeah. I don't. It's only kind of poisonous. Yeah, no, that's not what I did. I just took a 6 foot long grabber stick, grabbed him behind the neck so they couldn't fling around, and tossed him in a bucket and closed the lid, and then chucked him out in the desert. That's how I handled snakes. I wasn't measuring their faces. That's something the tourists would do though. Oh my god, they were so stupid out there. Like they come out and they're like from wherever the hell they are, and they're like, "Oh, it's a snake. That's so cool." And they like want to pet this damn snake. They're like, "Oh, I want to touch it." I'm like, "No, you don't want to touch it. It's coiled up. It's gonna snag you." And then they'll get super close to him because they don't know the striking distance of a snake. Which for you guys who don't know that either, it's half of their body length when they're coiled. Um, and it's lightning fast. So it's not like you can dodge it. They're probably I don't remember the exact stats of them. I probably should know them, but they have one of the fastest bites in the animal world. I think the fastest bite actually is the frog fish. It's really cool. The fastest bite in the animal kingdom is the frogfish, and it's insane how fast these guys bite. They're like these ugly looking things that look like moving coil, and they look awful. And but their bite is like sonic fast. Like it's ridiculous. They destroy things in split seconds. So really cool to watch on like YouTube or something. Check out frogfish bite. It's the fastest bite in the animal kingdom, and it's so fast that they actually have to, even while they're recording it, even in slow motion, it looks like a normal animal bite. It's super quick. So definitely check them out. They're really weird little creatures. They have the fastest bite in the animal kingdom though. But snakes are pretty fast. Snakes are pretty dang fast. Um, yeah, yeah. Everything out in Arizona tries to kill you. The plants try to kill you. The freaking animals try to kill you. The everything. So all right, looks like our update's done. So we'll start that up and we'll check out the game. All right. So I got to pull it up on Steam real quick here. So give me a second. Hopefully it plays. If it doesn't play, I'll mess with it a little bit. There we go. Let's see if that works. I'll restart the game real quick if it doesn't. Sometimes you just have to. There we go. Now it's up. So like I said, it's called Icarus. It's first cohort. That's what it is. First cohort. Pretty interesting. My brother, my youngest brother, the one that was an interrogator, kind of looked at this game and said we should check it out. It's a co-op game. You can play it single player as well. Yeah, I would love to do some. The biggest problem with Vigilant Force and Dancing Star is that they're not allowed to talk. So I would have to do all the talking in 7 Days to Die. But I would definitely do that. So this is Icarus first cohort. That's what this is, Turtle Herder. So it's a survival game, right? So the idea behind this, now I've never played this game. So the idea behind this game is you drop down onto a planet, you have a certain mission or something, from what I understand, and a time limit to do it in. So you're surviving on this planet while you're trying to achieve this objective, and then you're trying to get off the planet before they pretty much ditch your ass on the planet. Kind of similar to Deep Rock, but a little more survival. But yeah, we're gonna go offline for now. We'll check out the game. I've never played this game, like I said, so it's all completely new to me. So we're gonna have to probably go through some tutorials and character creation and stuff, but we'll try to get through kind of quick. Let's see. Masculine, feminine. I love how they don't say male or female anymore. I guess that's probably a good thing. There's a lot of alternate genders out there and sexual preferences now, so I guess that's the right way to do it. Yeah, I don't see a good green and black, which is our colors. We got green and blue, and that's kind of an ugly green. Um, but yeah, I guess that's the closest we got, so we'll run with that. Well, we got two voices, a male sounding voice and a female sounding voice. So I wish I could fix my face in real life, Stingray. I definitely didn't get the attractive traits from the family. All right, let's take a look here. Let's check out the heads. Oh man, he's handsome. He looks like he should be on like the Russian space station or something. Somebody, oh gosh, look at the schnoz on that one. Kind of looks like my real schnoz. That's not too bad. Still looks like a Russian space station guy. I guess we get 6 options, and 3 of them have huge schnozzes, and the other, the other, the other ones they all look like they're Russian. So, I guess we'll probably go with a Russian one. Oh God, that's the one. That guy kind of looks like he looks like a villain in every story. Like you see the guy who looks like this, and he's like, "Oh, this is the king's advisor." And you're like, "No, that's the main bad guy. he's the main bad guy. He's gonna backstab everyone. He's the weasel." I got Chub Scout over here. I guess that one fits me a little better than the rest of them. But yeah, we'll go with Yuri. This guy's Yuri. We're gonna go with Yuri over here. Get some scars. Ooh, burn scar. I can't rotate them. That's kind of annoying. Um, See, I tend to like the eye scars. The eye scars usually pretty cool. Yeah, those ones. Those ones are kind of cool. If I had to choose a scar that I had in real life, it'd be something like that. Most of my scars are pretty boring. They're from skateboarding or the military or wrestling or some other activity I did in school. Mostly skateboarding, though. I'd say that's probably where I got most of my scars from. Facial hair. Oh yeah, that doesn't make him look any better. We only have 2 options. We have nothing and we have fuzz. Okay, well we'll go with nothing, I guess. Some weird tattoos. Like who in the world actually tattooed that on their face? Like oh, I want a Zorro mask on my face permanently. Can we make it look messy at the bottom too, please? A camo. That one's interesting. That one's like very spacey. I don't think Yuri has any face paint, although this one is kind of interesting. I kind of like that one, to be honest. This guy's like, he's tattooed a helmet under his helmet. I don't, I don't understand. Yeah, don't do face tattoos. Apparently they're not good. Eye color. I know you guys probably can't tell. Everyone in chat knows me, but for people who don't know me, I actually have blue eyes. They're actually weirdly turning a little green now, which is something they've never done before. They usually are dark blue to like a silver blue, but I'm seeing some green in them now, which is weird. Um, but yeah, we'll do those ones. That's the best blue. It's always like they have like silver, and then they have like, which is almost unnaturally silver. I've seen like one person in real life that actually has this eye color. Um, and then they have like the really, really, really bright, vibrant blue, right? Like, which is probably the closest to what my eyes actually look like. But this is so crazy, like how extreme the blue eyes are usually. This one's kind of got a little silver tint to it, so that might be a little closer to me. It's still very glowy though. But yeah, we'll go with that one, I guess. Kind of like the glowy thing. Skin tone. Well, in real life, I'm pale as shit, but I don't play games like that. What the hell? This guy's red. He's not even. He's not even like a black dude. He's like a red guy. That one's red too. What the hell? See, there's no black dude. Just red dudes. It's like the stereotypical like Redskin logo or something. So crazy. Yeah, I guess we go with Pasty Yuri here because that's probably closest to me. This guy's a little too orangish for me. All right, let's see. Logo. Oh, that's an interesting logo. Kind of like the yellow one. That's a cool one. I like that. Kind of reminds me of like the Adidas almost for some reason. I don't know. Oh, white stripe or just solid black. Oh, we can change our head cap. I mean, they all kind of look kind of crappy, so hopefully I can change something else after that. But double microphones, that's how you do it right there. If one's not good enough, you get a second one. Why? I don't know, but it looks cool. What is my favorite game? Well, I don't know. I kind of like a little bit of everything, but my favorite game of all all time so far, and nobody's gonna be surprised by this that actually knows me, is Baldur's Gate. I love Baldur's Gate. I'm a it's not an 8-bit game. It's just an old game. But I like the Baldur's Gate series, the Icewind Dale series. I'm a big tabletop nerd and card game nerd. So I play like Magic the Gathering, and I do a lot of D&D. I DM a lot. I'm hoping to do some D&D on the channel eventually when I can get a steady group together to do that. But yeah, definitely I've DM'd a lot of games and stuff like that. But yeah, the D&D world is definitely my favorite game world, and Baldur's Gate is my favorite game by far. There's some other ones that are really fun. I'm really enjoying Deep Rock, but mostly yeah, Baldur's Gate. I guess we're gonna go with we'll go with this one, right? We'll just head the little thin one here. Character's name. Well, that's easy. All right. Yeah, we totally look like we're from the Russian space station. Oh, we get talents and stuff. That's interesting. So, like I said, I've never played this game ever. Oh, I love our loadout. Our loadout is great. We're gonna send you down to a terrible place, and we're gonna give you an oxygen suit. That's what you get. You get an oxygen suit. So it looks like we got a workshop here, and really no explanation of how to earn these things yet. So hopefully they'll they'll tell us that. But it looks like we can when we get these little tokens here, we can research these different suits and work through the tree, which is pretty cool. It looks cool. What do we got at the end here? Oh, we got like armor. That's kind of cool too. And I don't know, anti-poison vaccine. Well, that sounds like a fun thing. A bacterial vaccine and anti-poison vaccine. This is what I needed at the Marriott. I need that anti-vaccine or the anti-poison vaccine. Then I would have measured them in the face. Cosmonaut Bob. Kerbal Space 2. I know that's one of your favorite games. I was never good at it. I liked it a little bit. I have the first one. I haven't put hardly any time into it. Um, the Kerbal Space Station 2 or Kerbal Space 2. That I don't know. If enough people want to see it, yeah. I just don't. I'm not good at that game. You're way better at it. I mean, you actually successfully launched them off the space and stuff, but my guys, I barely got them off the ground or threw them into the sun or something. So, which could be fun, could be entertaining. But yeah, I'll think about it. Probably not on my top of the list, unless a lot of people want to see Kerbal Space too. If that's something people want me to play, then then I'll entertain you with my terribleness. Let's see. Enter an existing. Oh, that's joining someone else's session. We'll probably do this one by ourselves. Outpost. Oh, so no timers. It's just build mode. Okay. Talents. Wow, wow, pretty extensive talent tree actually. There's 4 different tabs here. We'll probably want to look at these solo ones here. That seems like a good idea. We'll probably be playing solo for a bit. Till we get to know the game a little bit. Spears, bows, blades, and firearms. Okay, that sounds fun. Um, I actually shoot a bow in real life, so not recently, but I used to for a couple of years. in Arizona. I shot for a long time when I was in middle school and high school, and I loved it. Absolutely loved archery. So maybe I'll do some more archery. I gotta get new bow and I gotta get all measured up again and everything. But that'd be fun. Okay, Mario Kart. Oh, that'd be a fun one. Okay, well have fun there, Stingray. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Um, yeah. So yeah, we got repairing, building tools. We got survival stuff. Looks like resources, exploration, hunting. That's probably gonna be pretty important. Cooking and farming. Looks like it's gonna be a pretty fun game. Once we get into the skills and stuff. Oh, there's a talents and a tech tree. Oh, this is interesting. This is stuff we can build. Looks like we got a couple basic stone tools here. A couple basic building things here and accolades. I would imagine are like achievements. So, all right, well let's dive into it. Let's check it out. Yeah, I'm sure you did, but I'm not the same man I was before. I probably can't even pull 50 pounds anymore. I got to get my shoulders fixed so I can work out again and look sexy for Turtle Herder. I'm pretty chubby now. Got all that daddy weight on me. So hopefully I get my shoulders fixed up and I can start working out again like I was saying earlier. Love to do that again. I do enjoy working out even though I'm still fat. I enjoy working out. My body just doesn't care if I do it. Let's see, Beachhead Recon. That sounds awful. I mean, that sounds like some D-Day crap here, but I'm assuming one skull means it's not that dangerous. So yeah, so will be interesting. UDA mandated first drop for new prospectors. Okay, so I guess I'm called a prospector. Our time limit, I think that's our time limit. Looks like 6 days, 23 hours, and 56 minutes. So just under 7 days. Yeah, let's check that out.
Welcome to Icarus, friend. UDA says we gotta drop you in a safe, well-mapped zone your first time down. They must have been thinking of some other planet. You'll see for yourself soon enough. There's a ways to go before you head out hunting for exotics. Right now, it's about learning to survive on the surface. So head down, take a look around, then we'll talk.
All right, hopefully you guys can hear that briefing because didn't really follow this reading here. So hopefully you guys can hear the game sound okay because he kind of told me they're going to drop us on a planet and we're going to have to kind of work into it slowly, but he says this planet isn't as safe as it looks like, pretty much. All right, so recon, forest zone. So we're just reconning. Should be interesting. What do we want to take from our items? Oh man, so many choices for our loadout at the beginning. It's amazing. I don't know, guys. What do you think, chat? What should we take? I would guess we'd want to probably take an environmental suit. Yeah. Nah, we don't need it. We'll just get rid of it. We'll just clear it right here. Screw it. Oxygen's overrated. All right. Well, we're going to confirm that one. We're going to do friends only, private. Doesn't really matter. I'll do private. And we'll jump into it. So, yeah. So this should be interesting. It's probably going to be a little bit like a tutorial. That's kind of a cool screen. So it might be a little boring at first, the first couple episodes. Good chance that I'll play this one tomorrow and possibly the day after to kind of let us all kind of see. Wow, that was kind of loud. To kind of see the game, check it out, So I'll probably be playing this for the next 3 days. Well, the next 2 days, I should say. This doesn't look good. Things are flashing. We're shaking a lot. Look at our little iPod here. Looks like it's flipping out. I mean, that's one hell of a holder, though. My phone would have fallen and broken like 16 times over already. We got a family picture here, looks like, or just random people in the desert. Don't forget
Icarus,
the
friend.
roar.
Looks like your first
Interesting.
time down here. Call me Soul. Looks like
Soul,
paradise. But don't be fooled. The air's poison, Wildlife's out to kill you, and the weather's like nothing you've ever seen. You'll need to make yourself some shelter soon enough, but you know what you're doing, right?
Oh
That's why
yeah.
you came all the way out here and dropped with nothing. 'Cause you could. Well, UDA wants you to show you understand the basics before they send you anywhere really dangerous. So get acquainted
Hot.
and head back up when you're ready.
I
Best of
love
luck,
that.
friend. Stay
A little
safe.
sticky point. That sounds like he burned himself once, and then he's like, well, screw that. I need to mark that. It's like hot. It is hot. This is interesting. All these little sticky notes and stuff. We'll have to read them later, but some of them look pretty funny. Steve owes me, what is that, $12 or $42? Maybe $12. Oh, too bad Stingray left. He owes me. He owes me money. I have a memo here. He's got to pay up. WOF 12th March. Replace coolant cap. Well, God, I hope it wasn't 12th of this March, because then that coolant cap hasn't been replaced for a long time. What do we got music-wise on our iPod here? Looks like some random song. Before you return, stop. Customs and security guide to the Icarus satellite. Interesting. You can't take wildlife. Denied. Don't take this weird pig thing with you back home. It's not allowed. Don't forget the roar. That one's interesting. I'm kind of worried about that one. Things that roar don't tend to be good for your health. All right, well, let's step out onto our first planet here. Um, wow, I mean, I guess we're just going to drop. So we got trees. What do we got to do here? Hunt, gather, craft. All your actions grant experience, level up for access to new skills and blueprints. Build a shelter and craft a bedroll to survive the harsh Icarus environments. But it doesn't tell us how to do any of that. So, cool. Let's see if we can punch trees. That seems to be F to harvest. That works. We just grab them and they crumble. We're really strong. Really strong. Look at that. Just crushing trees with our fingers. This one obviously needs an axe. We're not strong enough to crush a real tree. Harvest for fiber. Harvest for medicine or medicinal resources. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll grab those. Lilies. Wait, aren't lilies poisonous? I guess some poisons are medicinal as well, but I'm pretty sure lilies are poisonous. Like if you eat them, they'll kill you. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but I feel like they are. Berries. Wild berries. We don't know if they're good berries or bad berries, but they're wild berries. Grab some stone. That seems like we're going to need stone and stick for our stone and stick tools. Makes sense. Pretty sure. Maybe I know lilac are poisonous. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe lilies aren't poisonous. I don't know that they're medicinal either. I don't know. I'm not a botanist. Although I do know a little bit about plants and stuff, but not that much. Oh, what are these? Oh, it's pumpkin patch. Just wild pumpkins. That's cool. Wait, there's 3 in that pile, and I said we only picked up 1. There's clearly 3 pumpkins right here. Like, are the other 2 like bad or something? Look, pumpkin +1. What the hell? There's 3 of them there. Whatever. I guess it's just so you can see them better. They put 3 of them there. There's clearly 3 pumpkins there, so I don't know why I'm only getting 1. Yeah, so this is cool. It doesn't tell you how to craft things. Let's see. Tab usually works. Yep. Okay. So we've got some fiber. We got some resources now. We got a couple berries. This bar is pretty obviously spoilage, right? So as this little green bar drops, it'll probably be spoilage. So we'll have to use those before they spoil. 1 space in stomach. Consumes 1 space in stomach? Well, how many stomachs do I have? am I like a cow? Do I have a multi-chambered stomach? I don't understand that sentence there. Consumes 1 space in stomach. This game's gonna be fun to learn. Food, water, health makes us less thirsty. We're just gonna eat a raw pumpkin. God, that's rough. Oof. I don't know if I could do that in real life. I mean, unless I was really starving. Oxite can be refined into breathable oxygen. Well, that's good to know. Chunks of sedimentary rock. All right. So we can eat these, or not eat these. We can consume these, which I don't know what that means. Maybe put them in our suit or something to to gain oxygen. So that's going to probably be important. Here's our crafting list here. So we need more stones to build a stone pickaxe, and we need more stones to build a stone axe. Looks like we got enough fiber and sticks for everything else though. Wood pile and stone pile. So you have to actually craft a pile of stones. That's I guess it's so you can easily carry them. That'd be my bet. So yeah, so I guess as we do these activities, we'll level up through this, and we'll be able to unlock like the campfire and stuff like that. So first things first, get more stone, get some tools, and see what's going on. Now this looks like possible drinkable water. We probably don't want to drink it raw though. That'll probably make us sick. Oh, what the hell was that? Was that a deer? I think that was a deer. Oh, it's a rabbit. Whoa, that's a wolf. I know that howl anywhere. As I said before, wolves are my favorite animals, but that howl is unmistakably a wolf. We're definitely gonna want some tools before we go and run into that wolf, because he is probably gonna like to eat us. In most games, at least, they're pretty aggressive. It's kind of unfair for the poor guys. I mean, for the most part, they won't attack you unless there's enough of them to take you down. They're pretty smart animals, so they're not gonna just attack you for the hell of it. Alright, we got those queued up, and looks like they've dropped automatically into our bars here. Oh, there's that wolf. So shift is our stealth button. Kind of reminds me of Ark a bit. I don't want... Ooh, he's gonna... I hope he doesn't see us. I don't want to mess with that guy right now. We don't really have anything to do against him. I guess we could hit him with the axe or the pickaxe. I do want to change my options to toggle the crouch. Yeah, toggle crouch. I want that on. All right. Well, we'll just stay stealthy and hope he's not hungry for human. But yeah, that was very clearly a gray wolf. Very cool, but not something we want to mess with right now. All right, so let's go grab some trees, cut down some trees, and I'm hoping that'll unlock some of these other things here as we do it. So let's go chop down a tree, get some wood going. Looks like we have a stamina bar there in the middle. I wonder if the trees hurt you when they fall on you. Like a lot of games, they don't do that as like a thing. Probably because it would really suck. You'd kill yourself all the time. Looks like we do have to chop them down a little bit further. That kind of reminds me of Valheim, where we have to kind of chop them down twice. There's that wolf again. That buddy is gonna come for us sooner or later. So we gotta get ready for him. I'm hoping he doesn't decide to do it for a while, but I can bet that he's gonna be coming sooner than later. Pretty dark in here. Need some light soon. That sounded like an elk. That cry there. This would be an interesting thing. Let's see if we can catch ourselves an elk. Yeah, so I guess we'll just looks like we need some water. I wonder if we could drink that water without getting sick. Don't do that in real life. Make sure you boil the water. But yeah, let's go check it out. Hopefully that wolf isn't still. Oh, there he is. There's our buddy. All right, let's get some water. Okay, I drank water. I didn't get sick. That's probably a good thing. We'll munch on some of these, I guess. I think that this is 20 food, so we'll actually eat a pumpkin raw, which is ugh. I can't imagine actually doing that in real life. Ugh, raw pumpkin. We'll get. Let's see. We'll use our pickaxe here. See how that works. Damn, we're strong. Just breaking this rock apart with every hit. I'm a miner. It's not that easy, trust me. Mining would be a lot easier if we could just do that. So we do have durability on our weapons and everything. You can see that down the bottom bars there, it looks like. Um, so, what is this? Oh, status effects, raw food, and berry. Okay. What we might just do is might just start, since we can't really build anything else, we'll just build these stacks until we get some XP to build a campfire. Hopefully it won't take us too long to do that.
Good work, Freshfoot.
Yeah,
With
that
new
sounds like we
skills
level up.
come new possibilities. What you do with that knowledge, well, that's up to you.
Okay.
No point picking up a hammer if you don't know what you're making. Before you build, you gotta learn how.
So we got a new tech tree unlocked. Looks like we got 3 points. That's good. Definitely want the campfire. We'll probably want the bedroll. With that wolf around, I think I want that spear. So we'll take those 3 abilities there. Let's see. Talents. All right. We got talent. Let's see what we got here. Healthy, Maverick. So that's maximum health, maximum stamina, faster maneuverability. Go to construction so you increase repair hammer. Speedy Wax. I love the name. Speedy Wax. Increase extinguishing speed with Fire Whacker. Okay. Careful hits. Reduce durability loss on pickaxe. That might be nice. Discount thatch. Thatch buildables cost less to craft. Wood hauling. Wood buildables way less in inventory. That might be a nice one too. Stone. Concrete. I don't think we have to worry about those two yet. Let's see. We got 1 point. 1 point. Increase wood from felling. That's interesting too. Increase inventory weight capacity. That could be a good one. Increase the base health. Speed. What? That's a weird one. Increase stamina regen during storms? I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. Meat yield. Ooh, that sounds good. Might want to do that one. Increase the base stamina, movement while crouched. Increase bone yield, naturally preserved. So food decays slower. That'll be a good one. So many options. So many good options. Yeah, I think we'll go with the food decaying slower seems like a really good way to start. So hopefully that helps us out. And we got a couple other things we can craft now, so let's take a look at. Okay, we'll craft the spear. That'll take care of our little howling buddy there. Hopefully. Still don't necessarily want to run into him, but at least now we have a spear to do it. Campfire, yep. What do we need for a bedroom? Fur and leather. Well, I guess we're going to have to hunt something. I wonder if I could skin it with my... with my axe. I hope I don't need to build like a knife or something first. Looks like there's a stone knife right there, so maybe I do. That could suck. That might have been a misstep on my part. All right, well, let's see. We'll put down this campfire somewhere. See if we can hunt something with our spear. There's like a weird like bug sound. I'm sure you guys are hearing it, but it's a weird sound. It's kind of freaking me out a bit. Let's go ahead and start our campfire over here next to our space station, our little drop pod. Let's see, place to cook food and fend the cold away. Okay. Can we boil these berries? That'd be interesting. See, it shows we have a couple of these recipes up here. Oh, look. Grilled pumpkin. That would have been probably a better way to go with that. So, we can turn ice into water. Okay. Alright. Looks like we can do some gathering. We can see about messing with some of these cooking ingredients. That'll probably give us experience. But we also need to hunt something. What is that? What is that moving over here? Let's see if we can kill this rabbit. I think it's a rabbit. Ah, where'd you go? Where'd you go, you booger? I'm sure there's a skill to level up our tracking. And that's probably a good idea to do. Oh, shoot. Level 2 wolf. Let's do it. Ah! Oh god, he's going to eat us. Oh, we killed him. Alright. Nice. Hold to carry. Oh, that's cool. I got a fur coat. Let's see. I can't cut him up because we don't have a knife. So I don't think I can just chuck him on the grill. I don't think that's gonna work either. So we'll put our buddy down over here and hope he doesn't go bad too fast. That wasn't a bad fight. It's good to know that they have levels where you can see like what their level are, so you know what you're getting into. Kind of reminds me in that regards of like Ark Survival. So yeah, we got that. Let's see what we need. We need oxygen, we need food, and we need water eventually. But so hunting doesn't seem like it's going to do us any favors right now until we can skin them. But we can forage for some stuff, and that gives us a little bit of experience, and then we can make stacks of wood and stuff as well for a bit. See if I can find some more pumpkins and grill those up for food. That looks like something on the ground there. What is this? Oh, watermelon. This should help with our water. More lilies. Still don't know what medicinal value lilies have, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone will tell me. Grab these. Oh, coffee beans. Well, that's not gonna. I don't even drink coffee in real life. I mean, I guess it's probably good for like stamina regain or soybeans. Come on now. We are not going vegan on our foraging. It's not. No. Alright, let's see. What is this? Fern. Grab a bit of that. That helps us make weapons. It gives us that fiber we needed. More soybeans. Not seeing any more pumpkins, but that's okay. We got a couple food items. We'll keep wandering. Okay, so we probably should cut down some trees and get ready to build something. Some sort of structure, some sort of shelter. Like I said, I'm not going to play this too long. I just kind of check it out a little bit. We'll play some more of it tomorrow. I might play a little bit off stream to, probably not this file, but like a different one so you guys can see this one. But just so I can kind of learn the game a little bit. and we'll go from there. This stuff gives us oxygen, right? That's what I was seeing before. So that's probably pretty important here soon because we're running out of oxygen. Oh, what is that? What is that? It sounds like a horse. What are you? Are you a deer? There's a rabbit. I think it was an elk. It was some sort of hooved animal. I heard the hooves. There's some pumpkins. I'll grill up some pumpkin. That'll be good. Alright. Get a little bit more of this oxite. Alright. See if we can carve him this way, but it doesn't look like it.
Just nails and boards. When your oxygen gets low, you'll need to find oxide.
Yeah. Oh, good thing we got some oxite. Now what do we do with it? Oh, we can
Oxide.
we just
Just
consume it.
another minor miracle brought to you by the weirdest planet in the spiral arm.
That is a lot to consume for filling that up. Wonder if we consume the stack. Okay, consume the stack does stop it after you hit the full mark, so that's good to know. Wow, 50 food when consumed. Watermelon's good stuff. Definitely want to find more of that. Oh, that's a level 16 wolf. Let's hope that guy goes away. Looks like we got showers in the forecast. Throw that in there. Split that stack and throw that wood in there. Activate. Oh crap. That doesn't sound good. Oh shit! Oh, that scared me. There's that 16 wolf. God, I hope we can kill it. Oh man. You prick. You frickin' prick. You scared the shit out of me. Oh man. I knew he was stalking around there, but I was like, oh, well, we probably got time. Probably be fine. Oh man. Oh, we got showers, which means our cooking stopped. Yep, there it goes. Just pitters out. Son of a... Damn it. Why? Why do you have to rain right when I figure out how to cook stuff? Fine. Fine, game. I see how it is. Fine. Oh, that's windstorm here, too. Guess we're going to climb up in here. Oh, that's the inventory. I just want to go in. Can I, like, not climb in? That seems really dumb. Return to station. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to step inside so I can get some shelter. What in the hell? See, that seems weird to me. Why can't you climb in there for shelter? That seems really, really dumb. Oh. Well, I guess we're kind of screwed on that. Guess we gotta just stand out here in the windstorm. We'll definitely unlock this this stone knife next. Looks like we're almost there, so I guess what we'll do is we'll cut some wood. I wonder if these trees offer shelter. Do the trees offer shelter? Not really. Doesn't look like that's helpful. Oh man, this is gonna get bad. We're gonna die on our first mission. Let's get this tree taken down, and we can't build anything that I know of, shelter-wise. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't know where the shelter builds are. Probably down this section here. Yeah, this looks like you get some stuff. I don't know. Small wood crate. Maybe you need a hammer or something to build. Guess we'll figure it out. Guess we could probably do some wood piles for shelter initially. Yes, I know. Storm exposure. Thanks. I took down that tree, but I don't know where it went. There it is. Oh, come on. Come on, leave me alone. Prick. I'll add you to my collection over here. Oh good, we leveled up. Now we can skin them. That'll help us get a bedroll, at least. So yeah, we definitely want that. Let's see, what else do we want here? Wood repair hammer. I wonder if that's going to help us build stuff. Maintain your structure against the wrath of Icarus. So it looks like that's just for repairing, but grab that anyway. Torches. Bow and bandages. Bandages seem like they're going to be pretty important soon. So we'll grab that one. Talents. Alright, well, let's go to construction since we need to learn how to build something. Not seeing, like, how to actually build things. Wood hauling. Strange. Well, we'll do this because we're about to skin a bunch of stuff, so we'll grab that. Looks like I broke my spear, which doesn't seem like a good idea right now with another howling wolf nearby. Is there a way to repair it? Repair costs 1 wood. Okay. So that was easy to repair at least. We've got a wooden hammer, we got the stone knife, we're going to grab that. Probably should craft a couple of these. And we'll build this just in case. Alright. So, looks like we survived the storm. Once I'm done butchering these guys, cooking up some of the meat, we're going to cut off of here and go probably play this tomorrow. Like I said, I'll probably do a little bit of time myself off the stream and see if I can figure out some more things. But yeah, looks like it'll be a fun one. This will be our first streamed survival game. I do like these kinds of games, so they are really fun. I enjoy playing them quite a bit. I've played a lot of survival games in my time, so so yeah, so that'd be cool. Looks like we can harvest bones after we skin them. That's cool. That's nice to know. Those bones will probably be helpful later. Looks like we could have crafted some things with the bones, I think, in the tech tree. Yeah, bone spear, bone knife, bone sickle. So probably a little bit better than these other ones here. Looks like we have to be level 5 for that. But yeah, I'll probably keep playing a little bit after the stream and kind of learn the game a little bit, and hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed it. I'm not going to play on this file. I'll play on a different one. So we'll stop right here and we'll pick up right here. I'll just have a little bit more knowledge on on what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me. I enjoyed talking to you guys about it, and we'll see you guys next time. Happy New Year's! Make sure you guys stay safe out there tonight. Okay, so make sure you got a buddy in my time. I am super old, Dancing Star. I'm gonna be 34 next month. Anyway, so I hope you guys kind of enjoyed the talk and getting to know me. And like I said, any questions you have, throw them up in chat. Um, so happy New Year's. Be safe, guys. If you're gonna go out and you're gonna go to like a bar, you're gonna go drink, which is normal. It's fine, no big deal. Make sure you do it smart though. Make sure you have a designated driver to get you home or a cab that you can call. Make sure you take a buddy with you. There's a lot of creepers out there, a lot of weird people that kind of stalk around holiday seasons, especially New Year's, where there's this excitement and there's a lot of drinking. So take a buddy that's gonna actually have your interest at heart. They're not gonna get drunk. They're not gonna be stupid. They're not gonna wander off. They're not gonna leave you alone to some weird guy. If you leave your table, it's a good advice to have someone watch your drinks or take your drinks with you. Um, but yeah, guys, just be careful out there today. Okay, there's some of the parties are canceled and everything, but most of the bars are open. And if you're gonna go out, like I said, just be smart about it. Make sure you have a cab ready. Make sure, or you have a friend that take you home. Try not to go out by yourself. You find a trusty buddy that's gonna look out for you. Not gonna get drunk. They're not gonna be like irresponsible. They're gonna do their job and gonna make sure you're safe. But mostly have fun, spend time with family, and enjoy what's upcoming. Hopefully we get a little more out of this COVID crap because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want another year of this. But anyway, you guys take it easy, and we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.